Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So, this is the intro to this vlog, but it's the end of this vlog as well. So, I started this vlog on Friday to do a cute little weekend reading vlog, and in this video, I just wanted to intro it, give you like a little hello, hi, I'm here. But in this video, you will see me reading Crescent City, or House of Earth and Blood by Sarah J. Maas. You will see like my thoughts and feelings about this book. Funny how my first video was me reading Throne of Glass and hating it, and then now my second vlog is me reading House of Earth and Blood and going to Sarah J. Maas again for why. I don't know, but it's a much bigger improvement from Throne of Glass. Much bigger. In this vlog, you'll see me reading, you'll see me redoing my bookshelf since I got a second skinny shelf. I originally just had this big one. So you'll see me like reorganize it and set it up. It looks really pretty right now with like the sunlight hitting it. Look at it. It looks very pretty. Excuse my fan. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I think it looks very nice. So yes, thank you so much for watching and enjoy me reading Sarah J. Maas for the third time. Not on this channel, but for the third time in my life. Take it away, Erin. Okay. I've taken all the books off of my shelves. Let's see what we're working with. So, this is what I'm working with. I didn't put them in like really big stacks just because, I don't know. I just kind of put like Harry Potter's over here. Some middle grade stuff is over here. I have some adult fiction here. The Beautiful shouldn't be there. Some like YA fantasy kind of. I have mostly YA stuff over there. Some like adult books, some fantasy, some not. My manga and graphic novels are like there. And then that's like it. I have like some mass market paperbacks. I don't know exactly how I'm gonna organize everything. I honestly think this is too much space for everything I have. Like I think I'm gonna have a lot of empty space. So that's gonna be interesting. I might put my Stray Kids shelf all the way at the top because I don't like take stuff out of it often. Because like my books, I'm gonna want to access them a little bit more. So top shelf maybe for Stray Kids / like K-pop. And then I might need to make myself like a small other K-pop like extra albums over there. We'll see. And then everything else will be like my books. And then I have some stuff down there that I need to move. This was such a bad idea because now I have to clean all of my shelves. I've just realized that. Frick. Okay. Let's wipe everything down. And then we will see how this goes. I'm gonna spray and like wipe everything so it's not dusty and so everything's clean. And then start brainstorming. I really don't know. Like, I don't really know exactly what I'm gonna do, but I'm feeling unbelievably dumb right now. I finished with my bookcase. I just did all of this work. My back literally hurts. And I forgot that my whole plan when doing my bookcase was to, okay, so I need to do a little bit of explaining first. Basically, behind this one is like one of the only outlets in my room. I have one there and then one behind my bed, and that's it. And I have this extension cord that's not very long. It doesn't even reach to my desk. I figured since I was gonna be redoing my bookcase, I should get a new one that is bigger and longer. So I got this massive thing. And I was going to plug it in after, like, while organizing, so I could move my bookcase out of the way, because I can't do that when it's full of books. And I just totally forgot. So I'm not taking the books down right now. I cannot do that. My back, it's not like too badly in pain, but it hurts and I feel it. And I want to rest. I want to do some reading and I want to chill out. So I am gonna leave this for now, but I will update or get back to you when I have that figured out. I don't know. I like the way it looks. Especially like walking away and leaving it for a few minutes and then coming back into my room, I was like, okay, it looks good. But I feel like not that I don't have enough books, but I feel like it's hard for me to like organize it in like a very aesthetic way. I think it's fun to have some books like facing out now. I don't love that they're on the same shelf, so I may do some switching around with my like having to take everything down again, because I just think things need to be a little more aligned in a better way. But not aligned, like balanced. Things need to be more balanced. I haven't read anything today because I mainly focused on my bookcase and I went to the gym this morning. But I am actually a pretty good amount into Crescent City. I'm not loving it. I was loving it at first. It really like pulled me in initially. And I don't know, I was just like very intrigued to see where it would go, and the inciting like incident I think was done really well. It was like 60-70 pages in, and I think it was just like a really good and hard-hitting scene. Right now we're kind of at a point, I don't even know if I can say I'm liking it, but I'm not liking it. I'm kind of just there along with what's happening, but I'm like 260 pages in. Let me see, I'm holding the camera, so this is a little difficult. Almost 270 pages in, and I wrote down some thoughts here actually. Let me see what I said. Oh, let's just read exactly what I wrote. I find the basic premise of the story to be quite intriguing. The murder and the investigation and the trauma Bryce has endured, I think, make for a captivating setup. But while it actually didn't bother me at first, at 140 pages in, I'm starting to see the detriment in SJM's use of curse words in her writing. I kind of liked it and saw the merit of creating this kind of modern voice with this very modern fantasy world and city, but as it goes on, it makes me think how much of a cop-out the swearing kind of is in her writing. So yeah, this story has a lot of swearing and cursing, just like strewn about in the actual like prose. And I think, like I mentioned, it does a good job of kind of setting up the feel and the vibe of this story, and I think it's okay every once in a while, but sometimes it's a little too much. Sometimes it's a little too frequent, and there are times where it feels very easy. Like she doesn't really want to do the describing, or not that I think she actually doesn't want to do the describing, but I think it is a way of not really expressing the emotions that she wants to. I just think there's so little that curse words really provide in terms of storytelling and writing, and like I said, like it just feels kind of almost like a cop-out. Like it's not doing the work that other more descriptive writing can do. So yeah, that's just kind of like where I am. Or that was where I was at 140 pages in, now at 270 pages. I still feel that way. It actually hasn't bothered me as much since, but oh, this is a big thing. So this book is actually multi-POV. We don't just get Bryce's perspective, and Two reasons why that annoys me. One, I don't think I like SJM writing male characters and like their perspective. It is all third person, but we're following closely like each character that we follow depending on the chapter. And I just like kind of don't think I love the way that they're written. Or I don't really like the way Sarah J Maas writes male protagonists or like following the male protagonists. It's whatever, but basically so far, I don't know if we're gonna get any more. We follow Bryce, Hunt, who is her love interest and like a part of the investigation with her, and Run, Bryce's brother, half-brother. But the second reason why I don't love it is because the first 90 pages are from Bryce's perspective until after, actually that's not entirely true. Well, the first like 70 pages are from Bryce's perspective, and then the inciting incident happens. We follow a random character at the moment. He's still present, but he's not that prominent in the story, really. He's like, he's there. He's an important character. He's not just like a rando. And then we get part 2, which starts with Bryce, and then from that point on, we switch between like Bryce, Hunt, and Run. Hunt and Run. Very interesting names. That's just where I am right now. I will update when I read some more, or yeah, when I do some reading today, because I plan to do some reading today and I'm gonna deal with my bookcase, but I'm gonna deal with that probably tomorrow. I don't think I can deal with taking books off of my bookcase again and then putting them back again today, so. A bit later. I've read literally 20 pages, a little over 20 pages, so I haven't made that much progress, but I do have some things to talk about, excuse me, and I'm heating up some tea from this morning that I did not finish. So I will grab that. This is probably gonna go really badly, but I have you on top of Crescent City standing up. I got my tea. It's ginger tea for my tummy. But I have some thoughts. It's been a while, a little while. It's like 6 p.m. I think it was maybe like 4-ish when I last talked to you. But I only read 20 pages because I started getting really tired. So I was like, I'm just gonna chill, I'm just gonna relax. But the 20 pages actually had some thoughts. Let's take a sip of this tea. Ooh, that's spicy. Oh, it's perfect. Basically, there's a chapter that I actually quite liked. So where the story has moved along now, Hunt has moved in with Bryce. They're like working together to investigate some stuff going on, and he's now living in her apartment with her. I've only read like one morning since he's been living with her. But honestly, first of all, I kind of love those vibes. But there was a really intimate scene between them, not in that way. Just like a very meaningful scene between them where they had like a really nice conversation. While it didn't make my heart flutter a lot, I enjoyed it and I liked them. I kind of was liking the vibes. I have a Felix hair in my eye. So I'm intrigued to see where it goes. I'm almost 300 pages in. So I know I have a ways to go, but I think this should hopefully be where I start to get more invested. The thing is, I am liking it. I just have some reservations about it. I mean, okay, I have a few things. Obviously, I read Throne of Glass, I read ACOTAR, and I didn't love either of those, but I really didn't like Throne of Glass. Like, I did not like that book at all. I can tell Sarah J Maas has improved, like, tremendously with her writing, but, well, I have some reservations because I definitely still don't think, I mean, she hasn't hit for me. She hasn't spoken to my soul with her writing in the past and in the present. And I've heard House of Sky and Breath was not very good, so I kind of jumped into this knowing that. I knew there was a big twist at the end, and I was very intrigued to see what it was, and I'm not even gonna mention what I kind of was thinking it could be, because obviously I know nothing about the story, but I had some thoughts about what it could potentially be, and the direction that I was thinking in is correct. I don't know what the spoiler is. I don't actually know what happens, but I was talking to my best friend about it. She doesn't want to read Crescent City. It just doesn't really seem like her style. She's liked Throne of Glass-ish, and she has liked ACOTAR for the most part. Still kind of ish, but she has no interest in reading Crescent City, so she looked into it, and she knows what happens. And she's been teasing me with it so much. Wait, I'm gonna include a clip of us texting the other night because we were clowning so hard. So hard. We were just like kind of talking about Howeeb and the characters and the men and the visuals and the descriptions of them. I've been calling it Howeeb because House of Earth and Blood, Howeeb. It's freaking freezing in my room. It's literally, is my phone charging? Yeah, it's literally 12 degrees outside. It's literally 12 degrees outside. Besties, it's gonna be worse tomorrow. It's getting colder. It's going down to 10 and then 9 and then 8, 7, 6, 4, 3. It's gonna be literally, can you move? Okay, it's gonna be 3 degrees at 2 a.m. And then tomorrow, Saturday, the low is 1 degree. I'm literally scared. I'm literally scared. This is just gonna be a weekend indoors with so many layers of blankets because guys, my room gets so cold. So I'm scared. I'm scared. I plan to read some more tonight, hopefully. Hopefully. I hopefully plan to read some more tonight. I'm actually really liking my bookshelves though. I think they look very, very cute. You guys, it is literally freezing. I am in a hoodie, a blanket, sweatpants, and socks, and I'm so cold. I'm just gonna keep reading my freaking book with an ambiance room. Bryce and Hunt are kind of cute. They're kind of getting me a little bit, just a little bit. It is 10:54. 10:55 now, and I'm really tired. Excuse the attire. I'm tired. My attire. Like I said, it's freaking cold, but I've been reading really slowly because I'm tired, I'm pretty sure. But I'm on page 341. It's definitely speeding up a bit right now. It's picking up. I'm liking some of the developments that have been happening with the case and looking into the murders. And I am liking the development that's happening between Bryce and Hunt. Maybe not a whole lot. Like, I definitely like it. Not that it's necessarily like the best thing ever, but I think I could enjoy it. I think the scene I just read was really interesting. There's a character in here who is like the leader of the human rebellion, and he's been imprisoned, and they meet with him, and that's the scene that I just read. But I thought it was really interesting. I just like the way that SJM wrote the scene and wrote the interactions between Bryce Hunt and the character I'm talking about. I think she just made for a very interesting and complex character and scene. I think that's what I've been liking a lot recently, is some of the people that they're talking to, or some of the people that they've been meeting with. I think she's just been writing them really well, and their voices are very distinct and kind of show their purpose, if that makes sense. They kind of have a lot of power and weight to their voices whenever they interact with our main characters. And if they're like a very important kind of antagonist or enemy for one of our main characters, you can feel it when you're reading the scenes. I've been liking that so far a lot. And one thing, I apologize that I'm talking a lot right now and kind of talking quietly because it's so late, but one thing that I want to commend Sarah J. Maas for in this is I feel like with her past books that I've read, the magic and the fantastical elements haven't really stood out to me, or I felt like the magic hasn't really been utilized that well. And no, I won't say the magic's been utilized well yet, because there hasn't really been too much magic use, but the setting is utilized really well. I was very excited when I opened the book and I saw all the different houses in this city and in this world that hold all of the different species and creatures and magical types of beings, and I kind of felt like they wouldn't be utilized that well, but she's doing a really good job of showing the different creatures and beings in this world and keeping that as a running thing throughout the story. We see a lot of the different creatures, we see a lot of the different dynamics and ranks that they have, and I think she's doing a better job with it than I was expecting, and it's one of the reasons that I like this a lot so far. Well, it's one of the things that I like a lot. I don't know that I'm liking the book a lot yet. I'm enjoying it. I think I've heard someone say that this is probably their favorite world that SJM has created, and I would definitely agree with that. I think she definitely has progressed in creating and building worlds. I think it shows in this book. The book might be a little longer than it needs to be, even when I have scenes that I'm enjoying. Not long after, I get a little bored again, and then I have to kind of like get my retention back and reread a few lines because I wasn't fully paying attention. But then a scene will come by that I'm invested in and I'm interested in seeing what's gonna happen, and I like what's being done. So yeah, that's just like how I'm feeling right now with the book. Like I said, I'm 340 pages in, so I'm like 60 pages away from being halfway through, and that means I've read like 50 pages today, which, I mean, I'll say it's good progress. It's been a bit of a tiring day, and I'm definitely ready to go to bed, especially because, like I mentioned, I'm gonna have to take my books down again tomorrow. I can't believe that. I may read a little more in bed, but I also might just chill out, watch a couple YouTube videos or something and then go to sleep. Tomorrow, hopefully I'll be able to read more. I definitely want to. There's the update on House of Earth and Blood, or as I like to call it, Hoib. It's a little hard for me to read. I was blocking the whole page. Josh, I literally thought that
가지고 있는 자세가 멋있다 보여. 뭔가 그 자리에 있는 게 나무 같아. 이렇게. If you're gonna make me wait longer, I'm gonna make you quicker.
You guys, I just read such a good chapter. Oh, this is bad. I'm not gonna get into spoilers, obviously, but if you've read the book, it's chapter 54. Pages like 500 on in this chapter are just so good. It just developed so much with like different characters' relationships, like Bryce and Hunt. This one literally had me like tearing up. Like I literally was getting a little too emotionally invested in what was happening. So I've been mentioning Bryce and Hunt have been getting a little cuter and a little cuter to me. Not super strongly up to this point. It's just like some moments will like I'll be like, okay, that's really cute, I like that aspect, or I like this little inclusion. But this scene was really good and like really deep and emotional, and what I love about it is it had nothing to do with words. It was all the characters' actions, and it did something to me. And then the cherry on top was it ended with something in relation to Bryce and her relationship with Run, who I mentioned is her brother, and they have a pretty strained relationship. I've been seeing it be rebuilt a little throughout the book, and the thing that I like about it is you can tell that Run really does care about Bryce, even though he's made mistakes in their relationship. And the end of this chapter, it just has something that made me like, I don't know, it's getting to me a little bit. It's just bad because I know that I know that the twist at the end of House of Sky and Breath I probably won't like, and now I'm getting invested. Maybe I'll be able to move past it, but we'll see. I don't know what it actually is, but I know what it kind of has to do with, and I don't think I'll like it, but I need to not think about it. I just need to enjoy the book while I'm in. But the crazy thing is 500 pages in and I'm at a point that I'm like giddy. So it's taken a while to get here, but I think the building to this moment I like that it kind of took some build up for it, and I've slowly started to open myself up to Bryce and Hunt's relationship. But I'm gonna keep reading a little more and I'll get back to you. Update time. It's Sunday night, 10:40 p.m. I've actually been able to read like 70 pages since the last time I updated you, and I'm surprised because I've had a lot to do this weekend. I didn't update at all yesterday. I went to my dad's house yesterday, so I kind of just spent a lot of time there, which also meant I didn't get to get a lot of schoolwork done, so I had to work on that today. I edited some of the footage, and then I read and like submitted some stuff. I do still have some other stuff I should be doing for school, but let's get to the update. Like I said, I've read like 70 pages, since I last updated. I'm 570 pages in, and she's kind of getting me a little. I'm gonna be honest. She's kind of getting me a little. So you can say I'm enjoying it. And I am. I just put it down because I was like, it's getting late. I need to get to sleep because I have school tomorrow, and I should get like some work done tomorrow morning. But I wanted to keep reading because I just like, I need to know like what's gonna happen. There have been some interesting developments in the investigation, and I'm just super interested to see like where it goes. It's definitely picked up the pace because I've read 70 pages and like it hasn't been that grueling, which is a word I used for throw out of class. The tension between Bryce and Hunt, I think, has developed very, very well. There was one scene that like really got me, and then literally right after that there was another scene that really got me, but in like the total opposite emotion, and it was just so good. I was like, okay, Miss Sarah Janet, I understand. I don't understand fully, but I'm enjoying my time. I'm enjoying my time. And I'm definitely gonna pick up House of Sky and Breath some point soon, maybe sometime this month. I really want to figure out like what my next reads are going to be. I need to read Chain of Thorns, but I literally burnt myself out by trying to reread Chain of Gold so quickly. So stupid of me. Chain of Gold and Chain of Iron. But so far this weekend, I've read 300 pages. I kind of felt like I didn't read that much, but I'm proud. I did a good amount of reading, but I'm gonna get to bed. Literally, what just happened? I'm on page 607, chapter 67. Something big just happened, and I don't know how to feel about it. I feel like this isn't the actual full resolution. Like, I feel like I'm being bamboozled a little bit. It is so insane and unbelievable. Some of the stuff in it, I'm like, okay, maybe that is what happened. But some of it, I'm like, no. Also, I still literally have 200 pages left. There has to be more to this. But what is literally happening? Like, what? Sarah? I literally have to start getting ready for class, and I need to wrap up this video, but Huh? Alright guys, I just filmed the intro to this video, but it is 9:17 in the morning on Monday, and I'm going to wrap up this vlog here. I would like to keep going just so you guys can see my thoughts on the end of this book. If it's that crazy and I finish it before I finish like editing this video and before it goes up, then I will film my thoughts and include it in here. But right now I'm 607 pages in. I can't read anymore right now, but I have a lot of schoolwork to do this week, of so much. But I'm hoping to finish this hopefully in the next couple of days. I think it's possible because I'm hoping I'll probably try to read some more tonight, and then I'll like read in the morning again tomorrow, and then hopefully I can, you know, get the last 200 pages done and out of the way, and then we'll see where I go from here. Finished. It's 3.75 stars. So I'll try to sum up my thoughts kind of quickly. I wrote them down somewhere. Oh, I wrote it on my iPad. Okay, so there's a big reveal. I mentioned this in one of the clips in one of my updates. It's a big reveal, but also it's kind of not that big because, like, I mean, it's a big reveal because it changes the course of the story a bit, but I didn't like it. I'll just say that. I did not like where... I like where we ended up in the end. I think the ending in the last 100 pages were really good, actually. Like, I actually think they were good. It was very fast-paced, very action-packed, very high stakes, and Bryce... Okay, so I've gone back and forth with Bryce throughout the book. I like her, but I also, like, don't love her. That twist or that, like, shift that I mentioned, after that, she goes to do something really stupid, and it's just, like, really stupid. I literally was like, girl, you're being an idiot. Like, you're being stupid. You're not this stupid. Because she hasn't been that stupid. And then after that freaking lapse in judgment, but she doesn't think it's a lapse in judgment, it low-key fits her character, but it's just like it's too stupid. Like, it's way too stupid. After that, though, I see the strength of her character. I see how, like, powerful and strong she is. I think she was very cool at the end of this, and she did a lot. That was very impressive. As Sham's learning how to make her strong female characters actually strong. I liked the way that this ended, and I think it was honestly also, like, pretty emotional. Like, the emotional beats were very impactful, and I teared up a little while I was reading the end. I think she did a good job with... I think the good that comes from that is the fact that she built up so much throughout the book. Like, she did a good job of building up the characters and the relationships that I was emotional towards the end. I didn't cry all the way. I was trying not to, because I don't want to be crying to a Sarah J Maas book. So those are just, like, my overall thoughts. I already got House of Sky and Breath from the library yesterday. I'm not gonna read it right away. I need a short little break from these chonky fantasy books. I want to read Chain of Thorns really badly, but it's big, and I also really want to read The Well of Ascension, but it's also big. So right now I'm gonna read As Good as Dead. This is the end of this vlog, so you won't be seeing me read this, but I'm very excited to read this. I know it's gonna be fast-paced as heck. Okay, I don't want... I was trying to see how many pages it was, but I kind of... I hope I didn't see anything. I kind of didn't fully understand what it was, but I got scared. And then I tried to, like, justify. I was like, wait, what am I looking at? And then I tried to figure it out, but, like, I shouldn't be because it was the last page. This book is bigger than the other ones. It's 455 pages, but I'm excited. I'm excited to read this. I know it's gonna be fast. I know it's gonna be very interesting, and I'm excited. And there's a little sneak peek for 5 Survive at the end, so I will see how 5 Survive starts. I really want it, but it won't be out in paperback for a while, and I don't need Holly Jackson books on hardcover. So I'll read that and then see how I'm feeling after, whether I'm, like, ready to pick up another fantasy or if I need, like, another little moment. I don't want to push fantasy back too much because maybe I won't come back to it. I do that a lot. It's very not good. Why am I, like, feeling the urge to read Lord of Shadows? If I'm reading a Shadowhunter book, it has to be Chain of Thorns. Whatever, this video, I mean, this is just a regular reading vlog. It's about anything. I was gonna say this video is about Crescent City, but it's not necessarily. I'm just kind of, like, giving you insight into what my next reads might be. Yeah, we'll see. I have to read Station 11 for school, so maybe I should just, like, read that alone and not, like, pick up another book for myself. Maybe I'll do that. We'll see. I just started tonight. Let me actually outro this. So yes, in this vlog you watched me read House of Earth and Blood by Miss Sarah J Maas, the girly. 3.75. It was good. Probably, like, her most interesting first book in a series for me that I've read, and I'm actually gonna read the next book. And we'll see how the end of that book goes for me, because I don't know what's gonna happen, and I'm really scared. I will say, I love Run. I think he's literally, like, my favorite character in this. I think the development between, or, like, the sibling dynamic between Run and Bryce is really well done, and, like, the way their relationship evolves in this book is really good. And it's one of the parts that, like, hit that, like, emotionalness for me, that emotional beat for me. Read Crescent City. I keep trying to call it just House of Earth and Blood, but it is Crescent City to me. Howeeb. Thank you so much for watching though. I hope you enjoyed this, and let me know your thoughts if you've read Howeeb. I'm intrigued to see where this series goes. I'm scared too. Like this video if you liked it, and subscribe. Bye! Adios!